Staring at the screen, the colors spin. Just a wait screen, where do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest, just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for the stream to start. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yes, it's late, we'll be starting soon. In this digital world we croon for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Patience is a virtue, they say, but this wait screen's making you sway to a tune only time can keep. As you watch, half awake, half asleep. Oh, the seconds tick, but the fun's on hold. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Patience is a virtue, so they say, but this wait screen's making you sway to a tune only time can keep. As you watch, half awake, half asleep. Oh, the seconds tick, but the fun's on hold. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Staring at the screen, the colors spin. Just a wait screen, where do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest. Just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for Grim to start. Oh my, yes, it's wait screen, we'll be starting late. In this digital world that we create for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, You know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's always screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's always screen, you know the rest.
Intro.
Step right up to the grim dark
We
scene.
silenced her in this intro? I don't think we are. Oh, yeah. Professional. Good that I stopped talking about my really abhorrent views.
Yeah. Your abhorrent views are quite offensive, and we should
Disgusting, really.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, John.
I also find that as much
no, you're live now. You're live.
yeah, I find it's much easier to get past the hard cut if I just talk the entire time through. Welcome to what is quite one of the most surprising editions of OnlyFans. Came together late in the day today.
Oh yeah.
I expected not to do anything tonight because the boys are getting back from Adepticon, and I figured they'd just be too tired. But I forgot, Dickie, you're on the East Coast, so technically you got 3 more hours sleep than Danny.
I did.
So Dickie was like, "I can do.
I can do." I said, I can go to work today.
Yeah, he's like, let's do our sympathy show, and then Danny was like, well, I can record too. I'm like, buddy, go relax. It's been a long weekend. I can't wait to talk to him about it next week and all the experiences.
John, what are you painting?
What am I painting? Oh, this is a repulsor executioner. What I call this was a $85 tax I paid for not reading the rules correctly. And thinking that the 2 $60 rhinos that I bought could transport Primaris, and they cannot. So I went out and bought a repulsor executioner, or just a regular repulsor, I guess. Yeah. Because the executioner is the one with the ridiculous gun on the top, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I am painting a Death Company repulsor.
Oh, what am I doing?
Dickie, what are you doing?
Great question. Well, I bought some Wargames exclusive.
Dickie likes the titty.
Wargames exclusives, high detailed resin models. These are the rock guys. So they're the guitar, 2 guitar, one's guitar, one's bass.
Double detail.
And then one guy's a singer.
Singer?
And these are going to be my Lord Cacophonic. Cacophony?
Cacophonic? Like Nicholas.
Okay, so anyway, they're gonna be those Lord guys. Because I'm not a huge fan of those the way they look, and this was a reason to make my army a little more rock and roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Your Cacophonic Nicholases coming in, completely appropriate for Wargames exclusive. Only 2 boob per miniature.
So far, there's a lady on a banner with boobs out, and then there's a lady on a mic stand, and I don't know if there's a lady on the other one.
Now, for those who really torture themselves and just listen to this, when you say she's on the mic stand, what do you mean by that?
Oh, so he's
like vaginally?
No, like she's splayed. She's splayed across it.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Really taking that Emperor's Children theme to heart.
I mean, that's the whole reason these guys exist, I would imagine.
To put ladies on mic stands?
Yep.
You know what I think is like very, very interesting is the people who are like, custodians can't be female. One, they're janitors. Yeah, they can. And then like there can't be a thing called female space.
That's a hot take.
It's against the lore. They're like, but look at all my titty space marines, and Emperor's Children are obsessed with sex, and I'm like, well, it's perfection and everything, buddy. We're kind of focusing just on the one part real hard.
Yeah. No, I picked these guys up. I gotta be honest, I got them, and they were a little more expensive than I was expecting.
How much? Were your
They're $50 a guy.
$50 a guy?
Yeah, $50 Canadian. Canadian, so that's like $27 American, I think.
And with like tariffs, that's up to like 65.
Yeah, I didn't. Maybe that was why they were so expensive because of tariffs.
The bad thing is when it's like Canadian companies taking things out into America to sell at these conventions, and then you buying them, and then taking them back.
Oh, what a silly goose!
What a silly goose! What a silly world we live in. I played a game this weekend.
Shut up!
Shut up! I know. I played my fourth league game.
Well, how was that?
Trying to return back to glory after going 2-1 down of my 3 games, losing to Custodes a couple weeks ago. As bad luck drawing against Custodes, so I mean that's fine. Knights only have like a 17% win rate or something like that into Custodes.
Not a very good win rate.
You do what you can, but it's really hard to really do anything. But you take that one loss and you move on. So round 4, I played against Custodes again. And it was just as painful.
Yeah, it's a tough match, man.
My highlight of the game was when my go turn, I moved my Lancer out to make a charge against Trigon and his big boy unit with some carnivore support.
Mm-hmm.
And he failed the test to step over a ruin and was instantly battle shocked. So couldn't actually use his tank shock stratagem. But there's every cloud has a silver lining, right, Dickie?
Yeah, it's usually.
It didn't matter because he failed his 5-inch charge, so he didn't get into combat anyway, and he was just kind of standing in the middle of the table like a dick.
Oh.
He very quickly died. So I was like, okay, cool. I was like, it's just not a great matchup for me.
Yeah, sometimes that's the one. So people are always like, oh, singles. And I got to be honest, sometimes singles suck. Like right now, if you catch like Daka, or versus if you catch Yunari, it's just an awful experience. So, yeah.
Right. And it's sort of like, I'm starting to kind of come along to the Teamster, but like at the same time, I'm like, well, because this league does let you change your lists in between rounds as long as it's like locked in before like this Saturday. So I was like, well, is this when I just switched to Blood Angels? And I was talking to the guy I played, and I was like, no, this is my like farewell to Knights for a little bit, because I don't think they're going to be very good for very long. And then also, you're just playing a stat check army.
Yeah.
So it's like the skill level is, can you beat a bunch of battle line T10? Yes, no. So instead I'm going to move on to just sort of okay Blood Angels. Too
Sort
rad.
of okay Blood Angels.
That is far too.
Sorry, I have to concentrate. I'm putting a naked lady on a stick right now, so.
Oh, is it on your screen? Because you can't just tease that to the.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That is too bright. Memphis and Red, you failed me.
I believe she's on the stick.
What she said.
Wait, the chat's working now.
Yeah, it says Tess Boo.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
Maybe you just have to start it. I don't know.
Maybe it's just gonna be started.
Weird like that. Yeah.
You see the naked lady? Oh, are we allowed to show naked ladies? I can't
Oh,
remember.
oh no, we're gonna lose our $3 of monetization.
Anywho, no, I
95-34 was my final score. For that
okay.
round.
Well, not a great score.
No.
Hey, Sherman, how are you?
What's up, Sherman? Well, that part of the chat's not working for me. Good to know.
What?
I can't see Sherman talking.
Oh,
Okay.
I gave you the chat link in the.
Oh yeah. I just haven't loaded it up. Yeah, I'll go in a second here. Classic me. There we go. There's a darker red. Thank you.
So, for people that don't know this, but these bases are a little smaller, so I kind of made it a rocky outcrop.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You put a lot of clothes on fast. Last time I looked, she was naked.
No, this is the Marine holding her up.
Oh, okay. Very supportive of him.
Oh, he's a really nice guy like that.
Like the nicest.
Yeah, he's doing stuff. Stuff and
also,
things.
I do hate blaming dice during games because it's what cowards and poor players do.
Yeah.
But
But-
there was 2 turns where I did not make a single save,
Interesting.
which gives you like that really mature responsive. That seems statistically less than average, which is old player code for fuck.
Fair enough.
We were also just talking before we came on about how we should take clinical psychologists with us to events.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because when your player comes up and they have a bunch of titty models, you can just unleash a psychologist on them.
Do you think people are gonna like think less of me that I have this model now?
I mean, how much water can you pour from an empty cup? Is a question I can ask.
Oh, okay, so you think people already don't think highly of me? Got it. Thanks, John.
I don't think so. Like I said, the Venn diagram: people who enjoy titty models and people who go to your events is a joined circle. I wouldn't say it's like a all the way circle. Maybe if you like green stuff a bra or something onto her, or give her like a tank top.
Oh, so you want me to do everything in my power to untitty her?
Okay, there would be something quite fantastic about buying War Games exclusive models, getting all these titty models, and just modeling sensible sweaters and pants on them. Like getting like one of the Necron titty lords, and then just
that's like next level.
a cardigan and a pair of slacks.
Yeah, like glasses too. Yeah, that makes sense.
What is this? This is my career-minded overlord. She does not have time. She's here to prove that she deserves and she belongs to be here.
She belongs here.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Okay, I have to get some kind of build instructions here. Chaos.
What I hope for is when War Games exclusives moves to plastic. You know how you get like head options in GW kits?
Kinda.
Do you think they would give like cup options? So like you glue the chest piece on and you can choose between like an A or a B.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's an upgrade sprue you could throw in there for like a D. Let's go all the way in there.
Mr. Rogers, those ladies. Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of.
I know. We'll probably talk about it a little bit more next week. But how did you feel about the reveals from Adepts?
Okay, so I wasn't a huge fan of the Thousand Suns robot guys.
Oh, you mean that guy from Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Yes, that guy.
Yeah, the duck robot.
Was not a huge fan of that guy.
I actually made a little video and I put it up on our channel on that.
Dude, I saw a whole bunch of your little videos and I loved them.
I was just sitting bored watching a kids movie and I'm like, I'm going to make some stuff.
No, that was super good.
Yeah. Because yeah, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I wasn't down with it.
Like every army needs a new model. We already said we're going to do it. Thousand Suns, what you got? Oh no, there's like or some Stargate.
Okay, we all knew that we were getting those. They were getting those goddamn robot things.
Kind of hungry. So I made these chicken-looking things, and I gave it just the most bizarre paint job that makes them stand out for no reason.
For no reason.
Like, I think the paint job has a lot of an issue with it because they stand out so much. Like their entire army range is like dark blue, like magical gold, and then like teal is like just freaking white standing there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it just didn't do it for me. Is all I
No.
can say.
No, it was not a fan.
So okay, so since that, okay, so it was the World Eater 9-bound guy.
He was okay.
Yeah,
You know what it reminded me of? Remember the Greater Possessed. It was they came in the new chaos when the Chaos Range refresh happened, and there was the punch guy, and then there was like a bigger punch guy. Oh, why is that name escaping me right now?
I don't know, but I like that they're called punch guys.
It was like possessed and greater possessed or something like that.
Yeah, remember? Yeah, because back in the day, there was only like two. Like there were characters.
Yeah. And then that guy kind of just went away.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're ready. He's getting ready to die turn 1, or fail to get the Death Company where they need to go. That's what we're working on right now. But yeah, that reminded me of that. But it was just kind of okay. Like it didn't stylistically it fits the theme of the army, and that's cool.
I was kind of hoping to. I guess he is kind of like a blood priest because it sounds like he reses models.
Just kind of cool, I guess, but it's
well, I mean, Risen Exalted 8-bound is pretty good.
Well, yeah, because they slap in combat.
Yeah, they slap hard. So I was okay with that release. We obviously have all the other guys, right? With the Emperor's Children are all pretty much released by now.
Yeah. I didn't like the Death Guard guy. I'm not a big fan of him.
Oh, okay. Well, we've seen like he's been over.
He's been around for a while, but yeah, I'm just I okay.
All right.
But like if there's anything Death Guard needed, it wasn't another character.
Okay, fair enough.
Like that's just sort of my view. Then
Beck is insane.
What else did you see that you liked? 40K, like I think I said in chat.
Oh, did you like? I have a question. Did you like the Tyranid models in that Kill Team box?
I did. I've always, like since I was a child. No, I've always been a fan of Raveners. I think they're super cool. Back in the very early days when I played Tyranids, I love tunneling horrors as kind of a rule and a thematic feel to it. So I was always a fan of like Molochs and like Sand and shit, but they were awful on the table. But it was a really cool concept. So like I like them. I like that they've been beefed up a little bit.
I hope their rules are good. Like that fucking codex needs like good rules at some point.
Yeah. Well, they're in the codex right now. So the rules are the rules.
I mean, like, but like the upgraded different, like.
Nope. That's just a Kill Team box, buddy. There's no upgrades. The rules are the rules.
No, you're being ridiculous.
They said on the stream where they were revealed.
They don't know anything. They said they didn't give any answers. Oh, here we go.
They have existing rules. And then the scouts from Kill Team have a bunch of Space Marine scouts for a Kill Team squad, right? They have a bunch of different rules, but they're just the same boxes or unit in the Space Marine Codex.
But Breaka Boys are not exactly.
Are Breaka Boys in the Orcs Codex?
No, they weren't.
So yeah, it's just.
But also, Tank Busters weren't in 6s before.
So they did like minor updates.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like the crushing claws and like the different weapons. Same with Kroot, like the Kroot Far Seekers. The Vespid are very different than they were before as well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't see it happening. Just maybe a negative towards it. But the models are gorgeous. I do question the fun you can have with missions that are essentially going to be murderous tunneling horrors versus humans turned into U-Hauls.
Yeah.
But like Kill Team community seem to love that game. So whatever they're doing it right. So good for you.
I do want to get it. I do want to play a game of Kill Team. It's something that I haven't. You don't?
I do. That community is really passionate about it.
Yeah,
right?
I loved it. I loved it as try it.
Yeah. It does seem super cool, and like small scale skirmish is like it's the dream because there's nothing like like playing 40K the other day when I line up and I see like a bunch of jet bikes, like bunch of okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, this is going to be my next 2 hours. Whereas Kill Team, maybe the same thing happens again in Kill Team, but maybe there's more of a chance. Maybe it's more balanced.
I don't know. Maybe.
What is your take?
Yeah.
DACA Brigade. We've been saying it's been broken for a long, or DACA, or the org thing.
Yeah.
Terrible win rate. Only 53%.
Was it? I thought it was more.
I think from last weekend, it was like 53% win rate.
Okay.
No, this is
stat check.
This is juxtaposed with a really, I want to say, spicy hot take time. Orc players are awful. In general, so that might be a little bit of a thing.
Okay.
Are you surprised it's only 53?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not. It's. I don't think it's as easy to play as people are making it to be.
Mm-hmm. Not really a point and clicker.
No, I don't think it's a point and clicker. I mean, it's very. It has the potential to like out damage people. But it's not. I don't think it's a point and clicker.
It's the worst thing where I'm like, I have these paint racks in front of me, but I don't put shit away. You might be able to tell from my desk being just a nightmare mess. Yeah, it's just bad times over here, Dickie. I got to find gold.
Okay, I switched my camera. I am about to put his mic stand with said naked lady on it.
You mean his lady?
Yeah, no, just his lady. You're right.
How does the where does the microphone come out? Back of her neck, front of the face?
Back of her neck.
Oh, it's very progressive that he doesn't want eye contact. War gamers famously would not believe that someone could look a woman in the eye.
Exactly.
What's to say, Sherman? Yeah, what's up, Sherman? Can we call the World Eater character? Is it Machito? My resolution is all the way down here. I can't read that. Machete. Oh yeah, like the Danny Trejo. And then give the ladies house slippers.
Oh, you did say that, yeah.
I really will. Oh, man, maybe that's what we use some funds for. As we contact her little 3D artist, and we send them like, "Hey, this is a 3D file we bought of a naked lady." Can
we
you
promised people that we would do everyone.
Yeah, and then we need to, but maybe we just spend some of the money to take like a pinup model, STL, and add clothes to it.
Yep,
that's quite fantastic. And then you're like, what is this? This is my oath of moment marker. It's a lady in a comfortable sweater with sensible shoes. And
sensible shoes.
And a Stanley coffee cup. I like that.
You like that? That's good.
Yeah, I do. Like I popped myself with that joke. I'm like, that's good. I like that one.
Falcon Hunter. Daka sounds horrible to play against. Aren't they getting banned? Are you ready for hot goss? Are you ready for hot goss?
I'm ready for hot goss.
I was told that Daka had a fix and sent it to Adepticon. But Adepticon refused to use it.
I am shocked that Adepticon would do something silly.
You're shocked that they would do something silly? Yeah.
Yes.
I am also shocked, but not that they didn't do something silly, because of course they did something silly.
There didn't seem to be a whole lot of drama coming out of it this year. At least
there was one bit of drama.
There's a little bit of drama.
Yeah.
The Teach thing.
The TJ being late and them just booting him out of the event.
Yeah.
So I do like TJ, but he is his own worst enemy a lot of times. So he told me this story. I was literally minding my own business, walking by, and he's like, "You want to hear what happened?"
And you're like, "No,
no, but sure, yeah." Anyway, so he's like, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I can understand his frustration. So what had happened is you had to register every day,
which is fucking weird.
Weird.
That is beyond, like, that's the weirdest thing. Could you imagine the LVO registration line and then having to do it again the next day?
No one wants that.
No one wants that.
No one wants that. So, yeah, you have to register every day, which is a choice that I would not do.
No.
And I guess he was running late, so um, he did the right thing, and he messaged the TO or
Mhm.
messaged a friend to talk to the TO, and and he was like, "I'm 3 minutes late because I don't like what." This is new to me because as a Canadian coming to the US, you had to go through a security line with like where they check your stuff.
Mhm.
Um, so what had happened is he was running about like he's like, "Hey, this I can't like the security line is pretty busy, so I'm just running a bit late." And his friend told the TO that, and the TO's like, "Well, I guess we'll just drop him." So they put a ringer in for him.
We got
He got
replaced.
replaced.
That's so much worse.
So he got replaced, and I was like, "Oh." So okay, I understand it from a TO point of view,
Mhm.
but, like, this is why clocks exist, man. Like, what I would do is I would just,
Wasn't
like
it like the round hadn't even started
the
yet?
round I don't even think the round started. I don't like, I'm here I'm getting this secondhand, so, um, so, yeah, so the round didn't even start yet, and I don't know, man, it's just a dumb like, it's just why did this happen is probably the question that I would ask.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
just it's so weird. Why is that your line in the sand? Like
uh,
I could yeah. Adepticon.
yeah,
Always be Adepticoning.
why do better Adepticon is basically the rule of thumb.
Like
Uh,
that seems to be like a frequent every year thing. Yeah, it sells out like every year. Like it's such a
I
great
think
experience.
so do you remember saying, like, the most casual event was,
Mhm.
LVO? I think it's probably Adepticon.
Still.
Yeah. The 40K so the 40K event is, like, second plays second fiddle to the teams,
Mhm.
like, very much so, like, 100% so. So, I think they just wanna get it done and dusted and out of the way.
Yeah. So
Uh,
that's
oh, there was some drama with,
okay.
Old World.
I heard a little bit about this.
Yeah, I know. So okay, so the I will say the teams was a blast. I'm sure we'll go through
Yeah, yeah. I'll let you and
on
Danny do
Old
your
World.
blow by blow on
Yeah,
your old world show.
we'll do the whole the Old World, but we'll probably bring it. I'll talk about it here, but we had a blast. I'm not super up on Old World as you can probably imagine. So for me, I needed Danny to continually tell me what I was doing right and or wrong.
Quality.
And then
That's what he's best for.
when I got overwhelmed, I went to buy Danny a beer or a, or something, which was really good. Also, the beers were friggin' expensive.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
I thought
event
your
beers
country
are the worst.
I thought your country was supposed to be like cheap beer.
No, dude, event beers are like beers. I went to see no, this was about 7 years ago before my son was born. I went to see WWE Survivor Series in Los Angeles. And it was at the Staples Center. It's not the crypto.com arena. Each beer was about $16,
Yes. What is
which
the
is
deal?
about 70 Canadian. Just if you need
Yeah,
the help
like,
with that
every
translation.
beer hurt my feelings. So, I don't know, man, like, we bought beer because 'cause I'm not gonna go to an event and not buy like, drink drink beer, that's the whole like, my whole purpose for going to that event was, like, to spend time with buddies and whatnot, right? So, I'm like, "I'm drinking beer."
You got to.
Um, yeah. So, anyway, so, I got a beer, Danny helped me we went undefeated, by the way, like, we did really well. Danny is
Yeah.
like a stone cold killer
He's a
at
killer at Old World.
yeah, like, he is good. I am not good, but I rolled like, Danny was like, "Okay, roll this dice," and I was like, "Okay," and I was, like, killing the rolls, like, I was like,
Well, what I
"Man."
told you in like I think a different chat, like this is like Danny playing Old World right now is kind of like what would happen if your first wife died and you went and got remarried, and then all of a sudden your first love came back to life, and you're just like really happy back at it and getting back in your groove. Like Old World is where he's happiest.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh my god, I finished the first guy. Look how good this guy looks.
Where's he? Oh,
Oh, naked boobs.
oh god, that's now just imagine her, but in a sensible suit jacket.
Yeah. That's the big mic. And he's got a giant like speakers on his back.
Yeah, people are gonna judge you, Dickie.
What? I think he looks so rock and roll.
He looks fantastic. Like no.
He is offensive. I'm sorry. Well, I'm gonna paint her really nicely. I will make
Yes.
her nipples pink. Okay. So what was I talking? Where did I end up? I can't remember. Boobs got me.
Yeah, boobs. Yeah, Danny is a machine at Old World.
Oh, he's so good at Old World. So anyway, day one, we're killing it. We're doing really well. It's only a 1-day event, so I don't know why I said day one. Anyway, we're doing really well. Danny's killing it.
He's enjoying himself beside Danny.
Dickie's drinking beer and wandering to other tables. Danny's not getting frustrated because I'm making sure he's got drinks. And also,
how often did Danny move your models for you?
So the one thing is like Danny's a big boy, and I don't necessarily want to get in Danny's way.
So quite frequently.
So anytime my model was on his side of the table, I'm like, Danny, you go ahead and move that model.
It's a good thing that movement and positioning isn't like a huge part of that game. Otherwise, it would seem like Danny was playing like a singles event.
Shut up. Without my rolls, Danny would not have gone far.
That's fair. I do like that you took the role of the small child in this, where you got to roll Dad's dice.
I got to roll dice, and he told me he was proud of me, and I did really well in like a lot of the rolls.
So
Really,
not
I was rolling hot molten fire at one time. So, like one time we had a spawn, and the spawn they randomly moved 3d6, and if you make contact, like you're in the, like you just charge, like that's what you do.
Yeah.
So I rolled an 18.
Nice.
To hammer into the side of some Pegasus Knights. You've never seen Danny so happy.
No.
He's like, God damn.
I knew he just. I can see the turnaround. Be like, Dickie, I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, I'm really. That's what he said.
Like exactly like that, right?
Exactly.
That's what she said it to me first.
The important one is John told me very importantly to not lose my tape measure.
Yes.
So not only did I not lose it, I helped other people because I had an extra one and made sure they had one.
God damn.
That went up to you, John.
That's what you got to do.
So Danny was really appreciative of that. So Danny lost some things. I helped him find it.
What did he lose?
At one point, he lost his sweater. He was all like frazzled, I guess. I don't know. He lost his sweater, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then, like, it was in his backpack the whole time. So I was like, "Oh, you okay, bud?"
He's just. Was it? You've seen that? I think you should leave, right? When there's like a sketch where they're at like a corporate routine, he's just got too hyper, too excited. It's messed up because he got too excited. That's just Danny.
Danny was, you know what, Danny is very important. His job was literally just to win games of fantasy.
Yeah.
And he did a great job. So
how did the Old World Charm crew do in their fantasy times?
Well, I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn, but Val and Peter won the fantasy event, doubles, which Val was very excited about. They got a little like a pendant that they could wear. And Val
together.
They got both. Yeah, they both got one.
Oh, I thought they got one to share and wear.
Just one to share. That would have
been like a sack race. Yeah.
Yeah. So they got one pendant to share.
Quality.
And then Val wore it the whole time because he loved winning it. I think at dinner that night he said that it was his most proud like tournament memory.
He went up to people, chewing his little nicking, and went, won this. Yeah. Winner.
Oh yeah, no, he was insufferable. So yeah, no, he was good.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'm working on my turret now.
I'm
was
working
talking-
on a bass guitar guy now.
I was talking to Dickie earlier about how I was asking maybe like chat the two people there.
Is there 2 people there?
If you've built a repulsor, do you add all the extra shit on the side? Because I looked at that instruction and I was like, no, we're not adding that on. Not today, Satan.
Grimdark license tape measures when? I don't know. Probably never.
Probably never. We always have great ideas, but my
Wonderful
follow
ideas.
my follow through is terrible.
Awful execution. Like the worst execution.
It wouldn't be too bad. It would be funny if. Do you think they make just like 4-inch tape measures?
A 4-inch tape. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah. We
That
just
would be unbelievably annoying.
and that's what we sell. It's the ideal tape measure. It's the ideal length. I will say the one thing I really like about my Chaos Knight list, I
Yeah.
only need 12 dice.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
I only take 12 dice because my biggest gun is 12 dice.
Man, you would love Old World.
And my
'cause
opponent,
You barely roll dice.
my opponent was like, it's going to be like 37 saves or whatever from Alaris Terminators. And I'm like, I'm going to roll these 12. Like, oh, you want me to keep count? I was like, oh, no. If I don't make any of these, they'll be dead. So it's fine. And yeah, so like I died, obviously. But yeah, I was like, I only need 12 dice is all I need. So Baron of Dice, if you could just start selling sets of 12.
Oh man, you want to see some awesome stuff I got from Baron of Dice?
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I haven't cracked
show
it
this
open
off.
yet. Okay, try not to.
What we got here?
Okay. Oh.
Ooh, token sets.
Yeah, they're dice though. So
Yeah.
each dice side has like a buff, like -1 to hit, +1 to hit,
Mhm.
+1 to wound, battle shocked. There's 6 of them clearly. I don't know what all of them are, but you can probably
One
get an
looks to be a Baron of Dice logo.
Oh yeah, that does make sense. That one is the Baron of Dice logo. But oh, actually, it's open. Is it open?
Yeah, all those things open.
Here, let's. Oh, +1 to wound, -1 to wound, -1 to hit, +1 to hit, battle shocked, Baron of Dice. Yeah, but I thought
Pretty
these
neat.
were ingenious because they're just easy to bring. You're bringing dice anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was a great little. I think this is like this is the future for me when it comes to markers. Like Battle Shocked is a big one.
You know, I bought a dice set like that off of Kickstarter like 10 years ago, 8 years ago. But they were a set of dice that were customizable. So it came with 2 sides and you clicked it together and you could make each dice facing whatever you wanted it to be based on your army.
Really?
You had like +1 to hit, +1 to wound, and you came with a bunch of tokens.
Oh.
Yeah. That was a super cool thing.
I got something
I
else.
have been looking at a 3D printer. I've been looking at like a little plastic guy. Oh no, the resin one. I didn't like the resin one.
I got this. It's a paint handle,
Oh hell yeah!
but different. So it actually it's all tight. There we go. You can actually take them off, and I have like a second one when I don't throw it.
All right. Scanner's tape was bullshit.
So yeah. So look. So you do 2. You know what these are? That you put them on? These are just soda caps.
Oh hell yeah!
So you just have a soda cap, and there's putty under there inside. There's putty. But you can putty them too, or you can glue guys to the caps. So all you need is just soda caps to put them on.
That is very rad.
Yeah. So this is from. Oh God, what is the name? I'm gonna find it because they're really good. Oh, Game Envy. So painting hobby innovation. They also, I'm kicking myself.
Mm-hmm.
They also had a paint pot that was collapsible as well.
Collapsible paint pot?
Yeah. And it had a little scrubber on the bottom for your brushes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a little water brush thing.
Like a little water brushing.
Yeah.
So Yeah, man, game MB, and I actually the cool thing is Army Painter loved that little paint pot, water pot so much.
Mhm.
They actually purchased a whole bunch for their booth.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
so they used
Could
that.
reverse engineer the design.
They did not change anything to do with the design. They just stole the design.
They
Used
were
it for their
inspired by.
yeah, yeah. So, but they actually, I did say like multiple times I went up to, or we passed by that booth, and they constantly said that this is where they got it from. So
Good boys.
they were being good, nice.
They weren't like that. This is mine now.
No. They
Yeah,
didn't do
I thought I was being slick here with painter's tape. It did a terrible job of masking the sides.
that. Oh no.
Okay, we'll fix it. It's still a straighter line for an X that I could do. I think that's the important thing, and I can just touch up black over there. That's fine. I was kind of very nervous about painting this, so I was like, "Let's just fuck it. Let's just do it."
Let's just do it.
Yeah, because yeah, essentially, right? Because like you see all these Death Company tanks, and
Yeah.
they're like, well, you don't really see them because they're not very good. But in theory, you see like Death Company tanks and Death Company models, and like all the ones I see, everyone, and I tried two different masking methods, and neither of them were great. But they're all like all the lines are like super straight, and it really bums me out because I'm like, I want super straight lines, and I just don't have the patience for it. But
No, they just slapped their logo on it. No, it's not. They actually worked with them. Let's not say that, Sherman. Plus,
Are we-
I love Army Painter. I love their stuff. So yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it's getting those crisp X's, I think, that hide a lot of shitty paint jobs that I can do.
Okay.
So as long as I can get the X crisp, people are going to ignore the rest of it, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
God willing, yeah.
God willing. God willing. But no, like I'm actually having fun painting this though. I mean, I'm having
That's
fun painting
exciting.
Space Marines.
Weird.
Which is weird because like the last time I painted
You're not supposed to like painting Space Marines.
I painted a Black Templar army for LVO a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I did not enjoy painting that.
Okay.
And it's I painted 2,000 points of Imperial Fist for Heresy and didn't have a super great time painting that. But like this, I'm kind of into it. Like, and then the captain I finished up. He turned out pretty rad.
Yeah.
And it's just getting to the point where I'm like, it's not going to be perfect, but it's done. And like that's where I need to be happy at, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't do good with large flat areas. Obviously, like I don't do good with large flat areas. Like this masking job right here.
It can be battle damage.
The gray. I did get really tempted of like cutting out of a sponge like a little hand, and then just doing like little blood handprints up the side. But like I like the idea of the Death Company being like, you know, Blood Angels are a corporation and these are valued employees, so they get good things, but they don't get like healthcare taken care of.
That makes sense.
So yeah. So that's why, like, oh, we give you the best quality tanks. Can you help our brains? No, but look at the equipment you've got. That new printer is fantastic. So that's my little Death Company dream. As I try and remember how to tape off this very thin red line I did in this side here. Yeah, masking tape.
Yeah, man. But all in all, like, what else? I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of people. We got to spend a ton of time with Honest War Gamer Rob, which is all
Who
fun.
was the worst person you met, and what was their name? And that's really important.
The worst, like the worst.
Yeah,
human?
like who is the worst human there? And what is their podcast? And why do you hate them?
I don't know if anyone was the worst. I'm trying to think. The worst person. Like, who would be the worst person?
Maybe we just do that. Like on next Tuesday, we pull out the Hasselhoff tier list and do one person per tier, and then I just start pulling out names of people I saw you hanging out with.
Oh man, we were hanging out with everybody.
Saw that. Like Dickie, you were
we were a big to do, man.
Well, dude, I will say, like, podcast wise, like you guys are fucking huge.
Who?
You and Danny, like Old World Charm. It is a popular cast.
Yeah, but no one so only people came up to us about they didn't even go up to Peter about Old World Charm. Like we are I think that's a rather huge podcast to be honest.
Yeah.
But people came up to us for Crib After Dark.
Maybe they just hid their praise in part 2 in the Discord. That's where the appreciation was.
That would make sense. Yeah, part 2 was definitely. That's how. I don't know. No one really knew who we were, or if they did, they didn't cop to it. It is a weird thing to play like a YouTuber or like a influencer. I don't know what I don't really know what it's like. I know my first game into like an actual like person that I knew was I played TJ Lanigan.
Yeah. When you were like a little pup, like.
Well, not when I was a little. Like I was just getting into like competitive. Competitive events. Yeah.
And how was that? Like when you pulled it and like that came up, like the name TJ came up.
I didn't really know. I knew who he was, but I didn't really know who he was. He was really nice actually to me, and we grew a slight friendship there. I didn't know who he was because I was working with Art of War before that, and he used to be.
Okay. So you're like my first tournament game that I played against someone like who was a known player, as I was in gainful employment with Art of War.
Well, there was no gainfulness to it, but it was definitely I definitely helping him out.
Quid pro quo.
Yes. Quid pro quo.
Sorry, I was like. Pay attention to something there. Yeah, was not my best words. When you were doing stuff for Art of War, did they pay you in coaching coupons?
They did not. No.
That would be a great thing. Be like, hey, bud, thanks a lot for running the stream. Here's a voucher for 2 months for your war room.
No, they didn't do that.
I feel that would have been a good payment.
I was with Nick Nadavati right after the Brown Magic. If you remember the Brown Magic.
Yeah.
Which was a fantastic name, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was with him right after that. So Stiegler wasn't really involved initially.
They're doing good though.
Yeah, they are actually.
And it's kind of nice like seeing these people succeed, right? Because you have like Vanguard Tactics is really like succeeding, doing really well. Playing on tabletop, like just seeing these guys kind of really just do it. You're like, man, that's fucking awesome.
It is awesome. Yeah, they I will say the Art of War guys do really work quite hard.
You know what I really appreciate about them is their silly little mission description videos in Tabletop Battles app.
Yeah, that actually helps a lot, doesn't it?
Those are fantastic. I would prefer, like, if we're given notes, a little bit of a more natural delivery. It does scream kind of
delivery.
It kind of screams a one and done. Like they sat Jack Harpster and down in front of a microphone, and he said his lines and was like, "Hey, we're done, we're leaving." And he's like, "Well, maybe try different." I was like, "I said we're done, or we're leaving." But no, they're super helpful, and I think more so because those mission cards were impossible to find. And like I still don't like. I was lucky enough to get a set of the secondaries, but I don't have any access to the primaries outside of that app.
Yeah, most people don't ever do that.
So being able to just kind of like have someone go through, hey, what are you actually meant to be doing to score the majority of the points in this game, was very helpful, and I do like those videos. Yeah. Maybe try to take 2 next time. That would be my only feedback.
Center your shot. Center your shot was always a big one that I always had with them. I was like, hey, can you just fucking center your shot, please? They're hardworking guys, and video stuff is not their forte. Playing 40K and being really good at it is. So I give them all of
the credit.
Yeah.
Well, they really helped kind of create the model of what kind of 40K coaching and pro 40K stuff was, which super hard. I never understood. We interviewed Nanavati years ago. He said he used to work at L'Oreal, plugging and chugging. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? And then I got a corporate job, and I very much understand what plugging and chugging means.
Yeah.
So for someone to succeed out of that and escape the smart sheet endlessness is,
So
impressive.
I think too, anytime like I always like Riven's so Scary
Mhm.
for me. So he's full-time content creator,
Oh
right?
yeah,
So
he's chugging away.
so for me, like it's such a scary. It's so scary.
Right.
I have a full-time job that I can kind of lean on when I need money,
Mhm.
when the job wants to pay me. But no, man, like without that, like I don't know what that's my safety net.
Yeah.
Grim After Dark. I don't know if you knew this, listeners. We don't get paid a lot for doing this. This is
I am
this is
very
passion
tight.
project.
I'm very tight with the money.
Yeah.
That we make for Grim.
So
Keep
doing this
saving it for like one giant cool thing we're gonna do. Like this is gonna be our legacies. Is like overpriced.
that we're gonna like give up. Yeah, but the problem with that is we never find that thing. We just
We
have
never
money.
find that thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I still like. I think the dream is still the world's most epic battle report. I think that is still the goal. It's evolved a little bit over time. Like I do own enough drones in order to make it happen. But I kind of want to make it still. I kind of want to make it like you versus Danny of 40K.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Mark Wingdig dice. Wingdig dice would be good, but like
So it was $1,000. Like let's talk real cash here. It was $1,000 to get 500 wing. Oh, how much was it? It was like 500
was it
wingding dice.
800, 500? I can't
It was
remember.
something like that.
Number.
It was an amount. The minimum order was an amount that we were like, okay, if we could cut both of those numbers in half, $500.
We are running our own tournament.
Dickie is running his own tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think like the dream right now is to do like a maybe we try and do it like an LVO or a weekend where we can all get together and just if it was a Vegas one, we would rent a car or a van, probably work with our fine friends at Friendly Gaming to borrow a table, and then go out to the middle of the desert. And I mean like absolute fucking middle, because I want drone shots of you guys playing 40K just in the middle of nowhere with really epic music. And then like turn 2 and just do like a 50 foot in the air circular drone shot like around the table and then like a quick zoom in. Like shit like that I think would be fantastic.
So did $1 Million Clown Farm do something similar to this? Am I crazy?
I know he's done 40K in weird places. He did it 40K in at a music concert. He's done it outside of a random wedding. He might have done it because he is like California based near the desert.
So he was there. So he came to Adepticon. I met
He's
him.
Fantastic.
He's amazing.
Very funny guy. Very funny guy.
Kept on offering me weed, which was really nice.
Very generous.
He's a generous soul.
Yeah.
No, I had like so enjoyed meeting him and chatting with him for just a few minutes. And he invited. It just never. He invited us out for dinner, but it just never panned out.
Very rude of you guys.
I know we were busy kids. There was a lot going on.
Say, look at my exes. They're not bad.
Look at those exes. You gotta clean those up. You're good.
Just gotta be cleaned up and they'll be fine. What about this side one here? Like just some ASMR X reveal. I'm gonna give it to you.
It's like that Vin Diesel movie that I can't remember.
Triple X.
Yeah, that's it.
Or Triple X 2.
Oh, there's a 2.
Oh yeah. They made a sequel with wasn't with Vin Diesel. They made Triple X 2 was with Ice Cube, and then they made a third one where Vin Diesel came back.
Oh, the third one where Vin Diesel comes back. That's nice.
Yeah, that one I don't like this X as much, but it's that's fine. Stone Dead open inside.
Anyway,
no.
So got to meet Tyler $1 Million Clown Farm. He was a friggin' delight, and I totally nerded out just talking to him because I love watching his stuff.
I don't fangirl over many people. Through doing this show over the years, I've had the pleasure of meeting a lot of awesome people.
Mhm.
I don't usually get super starstruck around people or like going up to people and be like, "Hey, I love your shit."
Yeah.
First LBO I saw he was going to, he was the only person I've gone out of my way to find out what table he was at to
Mhm.
go up to be like, "Hey, man, I love your content. It's fantastic."
Mhm.
Because it fills my cup. It's a kind of just the bizarreness of it, right?
Yeah.
Like just painting a Primaris Marine at fucking Coachella. I saw him doing it at a Yoshi wrestling event. It's just like the weirdness is just so good.
Yeah. He's he's such a character, and no, more people need to watch his stuff because he's awesome.
Yeah,
He is awesome.
he needs to. Yeah,
Who else? I saw Ninjon. Everyone knows who Ninja. I didn't fangirl over Ninjon because I helped him do his
stream before.
podcast thing before. So,
And
but he's really fun. I like love his content for painting and stuff.
mhm.
Um, who else was there? There's so many people there. Like the Glacial Geek was there.
Big Phil, love me some Phil.
Big Phil, but we didn't have a ton of time to talk to him. I saw him once, but he was like chatting with a whole bunch of people and kind of doing his work stuff.
He's a big
So
army painter now.
I left him alone. Man, I am lightning fast. How many? We're an hour in.
Mhm.
Dickie's got 2 noise marines.
Two noise marines. I just have a couple of X's.
Oh. Okay, there's the front. No naked women. You notice?
At the back? Is there on the back?
100% on the back. There's some boobies right there.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep. There's always boobies.
Yeah. You need a fourth one with John Cena? No. Vinny Boy came back to that franchise to save it. I don't think Ice Cube was in the third one. I got to watch it. I'm very familiar with the work of Vin Diesel.
Is this Samuel Jackson for the first one?
He's in the first one, yeah. Guys, if you have any questions answered, I can pivot this to a Vin Diesel podcast very quickly.
Yeah, please don't do that. What else?
Family. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Well, hello, Mr. Duncan.
Oh yeah, Mr. Duncan Rhodes, Mr. Peachy was there.
Mhm.
I really enjoy Peachy as a human. I find he's a really nice guy. We went to dinner. When did we go to dinner? We went to dinner, I think the first night or second night.
Mhm.
And he was really fun to chat with. So yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
I don't really remember. We did so many things. We had a deep dish pizza that ruined everyone's life.
Because you're in Chicago, right?
Yeah. So Peter or the Falcons, sorry, I name dropped him. I'm sorry, Peter.
People know who he is now.
I know that. I'm worried now. So he goes, all I want is a Chicago deep dish pizza, and I'll be happy. And everyone wants Peter to be happy. So we said, okay. So we found a very moderately rated Chicago deep dish pizza place because it was on the route, and we stopped there, and we ordered a ginormous deep dish pizza, and it was probably the most dense and cheesy food I've ever put into my mouth before. So
yeah, cheese guy.
No one is that much cheese guy. We all were like heavy breathing. We had to take multiple naps.
Isn't Chicago style pizza? No, this might annoy people, but isn't it just like a casserole pretty much?
Okay, so the crust is definitely like more of a pie crust. But the bottom layer is like just a whole bunch of cheese, like mozzarella cheese. Then on the top, there's the tomato sauce. We got sausage and pepperoni.
Do you think someone just fucked up making a good pizza and was like, no, this is Chicago style?
Dude, we didn't get the cheese sweats. We were the cheese sweats. It was the most.
Became the cheese sweats.
It was unbelievable. Like, we had a whole half of a pizza that weighed about 10 pounds, and we just left it in the fridge in the hotel
Oh my
the whole
god, your
time.
hotels had fridges?
We had one fridge, yeah.
Insanity. Which was full of, which is
Which was
to
full
this
of
day
deep
it
dish
smells of
pizza.
cheese.
Yeah. Deep dish pizza. So yeah, that's kind of that's the very clip note version
The
of a lot of
cliffhanger
stuff
is, yeah.
happened. Yeah. A lot of stuff happened there. I'm sure we're gonna
Build a
do a
hooker,
do
stuff like that, you know.
a blow by blow. We went to a wrestling event.
Went to AEW Collision.
AEW. Yeah. $16. What a cheap entertainment that
Dude.
was for
Go to see yourself some timeless Tony Storm. She's fantastic.
Peter. So Falcon was so if you know Falcon, you know that he doesn't get excited for anything. Like
It's true.
he is about as even keeled as they come.
Mhm.
He was like a kid. Oh my god, we saw Gav Thorpe and Adam Troke.
Yep.
They're at the event.
Yeah, these fans, they both love wrestling.
They both love wrestling. So I talked to Adam. I was like, "Hey man, they let you guys out?" And Adam was like, "There's only two things I love: Warhammer and and professional wrestling." I was like, "Oh Jesus!" So they must have got a Cesaro hookup because they were on ground floor. Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Seats.
Those probably cost $18.
Yeah, they weren't that expensive. Like none of the tickets were super expensive.
Can I tell you? Like I said before my child was born, my wife and I, we went to Los Angeles for Survivor Series weekend. I bought tickets for 4 events: Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Do you want to guess the total cost I spent on hotel in LA and those 4 tickets? We were in Lower Bowl, so I'm actually on camera for quite a bit of those events. How much do you think I spent on this?
For AEW or for WWE?
WWE.
Oh.
Or I also got to meet Jeff Hardy and Charlotte Flair.
Oh.
Yeah. Little brunch meet great.
Oh, that sounds expensive, John.
Yeah. $5,000.
Wow.
Legitimately 0 regrets. Fantastic time.
Would do again?
Would do again. I got to see, and this is now we're getting into. I'm going to email Troke and Thorpe and see if they want to do a wrestling podcast. I got to see Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan, and even though Brock Lesnar is a sexual predator now,
is he really?
Yeah, he was named in a couple lawsuits.
Oh.
That match was phenomenal. 10 out of 10. Would do again. Even my wife enjoyed it. She was like, "This is amazing." I think it's sort of like baseball, where baseball sucks to watch on TV,
Right.
but live is meant to be pretty good. I don't know. I've never been as awful on TV.
It's awful. I don't even want to
That's
talk about
end of my story.
Yeah, no, the event was actually, it was really well done. Like I would not consider myself a wrestling fan.
Very professional, yeah.
But I had a lot of fun. It was actually fun just to make fun of people.
Who was your favorite?
Okay, so there was like a bald guy with a mustache, and he's part of a tag team.
Mhm.
I have no
The
idea.
Revival. No, the Revival. What are they called in AEW? Either Dash Wilder or Dash Wheeler, Dash or Cash, I think. Maybe I'm getting their old names there. But yeah,
No,
they're really good. The Revolution, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. I know the guys you're talking about.
anyway, there's a bald guy. He's got a mustache. He really spoke to me as a character. So, and I'm not bald, but I do have a mustache. So
As soon as you got home, you shaved. Hair gone.
No, he was really good.
Yeah.
He was against some guy, and I swear to God, he looks like mini Wargaming Dave.
Okay.
I
Maybe
know
it was.
it could have been. It literally could have been him. Anyway, mini Wargaming Dave also had Adepticon. Like legitimately, I saw him. It was there.
Do you remember when we interviewed him? Or no, we interviewed him for Mob Rules, I think.
Well, I interviewed Dave a few times.
Mhm.
He's local to me, so he's in Welland, which is
Yeah.
just about like a 30-minute drive. And I was
Val's
there
parents
for
fucked in that basement.
the.
Val's parents fucked in that basement where Mini Wargaming was.
I don't know
Right?
if that. I don't know. That could
That's
be
what I
the
remember of this story.
mythos. Yeah, the myth. Yeah, the mythology of it. But
In the Grim Wikipedia.
okay, great. But yeah, so there's a person that looked at it, and they put on a banger of a show. Banger.
Mhm. Yeah, dude. Yeah, they're very good there.
But yeah, I don't know. I would I go again? If it was $16, yeah.
I've never had a bad time at a professional wrestling show.
Yeah, no, it was really entertaining. Um,
And you know JT from
yeah, I've
Tabletop.
met him like once. I
Yeah,
haven't talked to him, even though I should know exactly who he actually is on the board for Team Canada.
he is
Uh,
a former professional wrestler.
yeah. Okay. Well,
You guys see the board?
yeah, we have a Canada like a board, and it kind of just makes sure we're doing everything right. And that I
Make
don't
sure
know.
you're having retaliatory games against the US.
We do have a upcoming scrim with the Team USA,
There you go. Didn't
but
do it on that.
I don't know. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a good adventure. It was definitely like well worth the money.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. For sure.
And we didn't. We were gonna stay, but we didn't stay. There was a ring. I guess Ring of Honor was just purchased by.
Oh no, it's been a couple of years. Usually they'll record 1 or 2 shows at the same time.
Yeah.
Dude, you
So
should
Ring of
you
Honor
should-
was second, and we
you should
kind
have
of
stayed
said,
for that because
"Nah, we were hungry."
Ring of Honor is fantastic.
We were super hungry, so we said, "Nah, we're out of here." So we left.
Man, bunch of losers. Not kidding. No, amazing. Well, Dickie, I think
did it.
I'm a good place with my repulsor.
You know what? I think everyone should be impressed. Not only did I. Oh man, wait. Not only did I make my 2 cacophonic,
Funny because
cacophony guys. These are going to be my cacophony guys because there's so much more rock and roll.
Mhm.
But also, I before the show, I
didn't touch myself once over those
I
models.
didn't touch. I converted this guy, Chaos Lord, for my
That guy
for
looks
my
so
army.
good.
It's
Man,
gonna be
that
so
guy's
much
awesome.
fun.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I think I like building only when I can have fun and bake my own stuff. How about that?
I think that's true. I don't hate my repulsor right now, and that's a unique place for me. I'm kind of it's like, is that a weird thing to think of for painting Space Marines? Like, I loved painting my Death Guard. My Death Guard, I love it. I love my Chaos Knights and putting those guys together. It's weird for me to look at this model and be like, I didn't have an awful time painting you, and that's a positive.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But no, this is where I got to. I think we're in a pretty good place with this guy so far.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. He's ready to just fucking suck ass on the table, but he'll have fun doing it.
He'll have fun sucking ass.
Absolutely. Dickie, it's been a while, but next week we're going to be back with a regular Grim After Dark.
What?
With young Daniel.
And are we gonna go through all the pictures I took that I sent to you?
We can, yeah. You let us know which ones are for our use. We'll go.
If I put them in there, it's good to go.
Hell yeah!
So that naked one of Val, you can just use that one right away.
Dude, I've already used that for my personal stash. Oh. But yeah, we'll go through the Adepticon photo roll. Dickie does a much better job of taking photos at events than I do. I found a couple of like really weird photos over the from my perspective that I want to go over, and then maybe we'll look.
Oh man, do you see some of the weird ones I sent you? There's some good ones.
There's some good ones. I want to say I think I'm on the old world trend now as well.
With the new army,
those Cathay models. But I think the problem's going to be I have 2 problems. I don't want to touch this because I don't want to really touch about it too much on Grim. My 2 problems with it. One, I'm not the only one who's converted to Cathay because there's a lot of positivity going towards those models. One thing I do want to touch on, I think is disgusting. The you can choose male or female soldiers. That's not cool.
Why?
You should be present only as what you were modeled as. No,
Fuck. Okay.
but this is really no. Those models are fantastic. They're going to get a lot of people into a world.
I think so.
Those stone giants.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
So, what is an hour and 15 minutes? Here's my hot take
Mhm.
question.
Yeah.
Do you think this is an like a total attack to get into the Asian market?
No, I think what's interesting to me is Kislev was rumored to be the launch army, right? But they went away because things got complicated. We don't want to present kind of a Russian army, maybe. But we're okay.
Probably makes sense, yeah.
You want a Chinese one? But anyway, models are gorgeous. I looked at it like those stone statues sold me right away. But you know what really sold me on it is the loading ogres from the cannons. Those guys have
No, they were really good.
They're fucking amazing, and I love those. And I love the fact the spotter can turn into a flask. Because those balloons, you can turn them into a flask. My problem is everyone's going to get into Cathay. I think Cathay is going to be a huge seller for them. And then my other problem is you showed me that scale creep photo last week of that one Empire model. I think, is a Cathay army going to make Empire look ridiculous in comparison? Something to think about.
Yeah, I think there'll be giants.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which is a fun reversal of stereotype. So, it's all good.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, John.
We'll be back next week. Checks out. Appreciate you hanging out. And and only pans and models, I guess. There's also paint.
Exactly. Both those things.
Yes.
All right.
That's my outro.
You kind of left it hanging there, so goodbye.
Step right up to the grim dark scene where miniatures need painting, know what I mean? Brushes dancing, those paints are flying. You might look bad, but we're really trying.